Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the FV3805. It's the Tier 9 British SPG. This one's located on the southwest spawn of Arctic region, and it's under the command of MCHammereD of U-WOT. Now, U-WOT is University of World of Tanks, yes, and I used to be in the sister clan to this player, which was actually Sir Havoc, or Havoc's was the name of the clan. I was in Havoc 2. Anyway, the FV3805, otherwise known as Major Picton's Palace. And that's because they made two prototypes to test it out, but neither of them got put into production. And so the actual one that was built was used as a range vehicle for Major Picton. And yes, so it was carrying around people on the ranges. Okay, Iron Arnie, first target. Direct hit with the first shot. Okay, now I can tell you that that must be the 6-inch. Yep, it is. 152.4 millimeters. The reason I know it was the 6-inch gun was how quickly he loaded right at the start of the game. Yes, the 6-inch does load fairly fast, and basically it's the top gun that you'll find on the FV207. Well, he splashed the SU-130 PM there. With the 6-inch gun, the standard reload is 26.85 seconds. And with this particular Arty, I think the reload time, 22 seconds. Ow! First shot they failed, and he actually missed it almost by a country mile. Yeah, well, went right past him. RNG was very unkind there. Anyway, there are two other guns that you can actually have with this Arty. The 5.5 inch is the stock gun. That's only 139.7 millimeters in caliber. And the middle gun, this one, is the 6-inch. 152. Oh, he knocked the tracks off that M6Y rather. And that's what we've got here. And of course, as you can see, it's capable of doing 650 alpha, 38mm pen with the standard ammo, and with the non-stun HE 800 alpha, 48mm pen. Rounds out. Oh, that's better. Yeah, got a direct hit there on the Emil. Well, he actually got a hit for 170, but he got stun assist afterwards as well. And he's changing position because he's way too close to his platoon mate in the GW Tiger P. Now, this is a Tier 9 game with Tier 8 tanks in it. So he's top tier, so obviously he's expected to do a lot more. And he has actually platooned with the AMX M451 down there. Oh, he's killed the Emil! Yep, he got a direct hit on the Emil with his other shot. A blind kill, and the Emil's out the game. Okay, knocked down a few bushes there and dislodged a bit of snow, but he's actually trying to get an angle so he can shoot at the enemy, and he can't find one down here, so he's actually having to come out of that little hole, and now he might be able to get a shot. The M6Y is being surrounded, and he's gone, and it was our platoon mate in the M451 who actually got the kill. Okay, there's some more enemy up to the north near the enemy camp area. We've got that SU-130 PM, rounds out, looks good. Oh, I say looks good, and then RNG says, nope, not letting you have that one. Now, originally, they were going to build the FV3805 with a 25-pounder gun. That was the first model they actually put together. But they did then switch that to a 5.5-inch howitzer, breech loading. But even that didn't get put into place in the end. And so they just used the vehicle as a range vehicle. Well, that one landed next to the Shah Future 4. It was built in 1957, the two prototypes. It's based on the Centurion tank, so it's actually quite a good hull. And it was basically a Centurion where it's been turned the other way around. He tracked whoever fired that one, I think maybe the GW, he tracked that, and now the GW picks up 280 stun assist there, simply because he managed to track or damage assist at least, and the FV4202 took damage. And we got the stun assist from the next shot. Now, I wouldn't recommend playing it with the 5.5-inch howitzer for long. Although it's only 139.7 caliber, you do get stunned from the 5.5, but it's not as quickly. It is quicker to load, but it's not as effective as 6-inch howitzer. If you can get to the 6-inch howitzer, then obviously you'll start earning. And the top gun is the 7.2-inch. Now that's 182.9 caliber, or 189.2.9 millimeters, I should say. And that will yield you 850 alpha and 46 millimeters of pen. So it's a little bit better. Not quite an 8-inch howitzer in its performance, but it still does a lot of damage, and it's got a reasonable reload time of about 30 seconds. It's 35 on the book, but you can get it down to about 30. Can't see the enemy at the moment, so it's not being very helpful. Our teammates need to spot the enemy. I think the problem is we've got a Shure MV7X up there who's holding our guys back, and they can't poke out to actually get shots. Oh, and yeah, MCHammereD, if you do that, if you say things like that to your teammates, they won't really do what you want, and they won't respect you either. Not the sort of thing I'm actually going to repeat, but you can see what he actually said on the conversation on the messaging. Yeah, much better to be nice to people. Say, can you please get a look for us? Well, that one worked out very well for him, because he actually picked up damage on the Shure MV7X and the Progetto at the same time with that shot. So that one was really worthwhile. So yes, he is having difficulty because his teammates aren't doing the spotting they should be doing. And we're now trying to get a shot on the E50, who's supposedly up there on that heights. But I think he's probably at the bottom. Okay, he's turning, but unfortunately that rock's in the way, so he's having to back up a bit. He can get a shot on this E75. Okay, he's marked the target, saying to my teammates, okay, I'm going for that guy. And he gets a direct hit for 205. Always useful if you can keep the enemy tanks stunned, the ones that are directly facing your teammates, because that will make a huge difference. Not only it makes it easier for them to hit the enemy, but also it brings you stun assist. Okay, lined up, rounds out. Another direct hit, right on target. The Conqueror up there is being fed easy shots. 399 stun assist from that one alone. That's a 120mm round, but a low roll. And the GW Tiger P is also firing in the same direction. We picked up another 482 off that one. Rounds out. Now he tried a blind shot there, just on the off chance he could get it. It went long. Okay, he's still trying to find that E50 has come down from the hill. Oh, he's going up again. I think he's just on that corner. He's hunting around for sign of the enemy. Again, the problem we've got here is that our teammates don't dare come up a little further up that ramp, because if they do, to try and spot where the E75 is, then they're going to start receiving fire from the Iron Army and possibly some of the other defenders near the cap area. So that's why they're holding back. But we've got a Saladin, or Saladin, as a lot of people in Britain would say, but actually Saladin was his actual name. It's named after the Muslim general. Fierce warrior. You may have heard me mention actually his name. He appeared in the Kingdom of Heaven, the film The Kingdom of Heaven. Okay, change position just a tiny bit. That's all he needs to avoid counter battery. The enemy Arty are an M53, M55 and an M40. Oh, look, the E75's a one shot, and our GW just tried to nail him and failed. But MCHammereD doesn't fail. His shot hits the target. In fact, I'm not sure he actually got a direct hit. I think he landed the shell directly in front of the target, and that was enough to take him out. Okay, the good news now is he can actually move forward, get closer to the enemy, and that's likely to get you better hits on the enemy, because of course you've got a shorter time between firing and hitting the target, so you don't need to give as much lead on the target. The Shrek and both Shreks are being asked to actually go over to the other side of the battlefield and help the T-54. In the meantime, we've just spotted one of the enemy Arties. He's trying to stay in the dip, but he has been spotted. Rounds out. Oh, that's going to land behind him. Okay, we're going to change position again because that might have been obvious. If he works out where the reciprocal was, he'll see the bush and realise that somebody must have fired from that direction. You can see MCHammereD is following the principle of get close to the enemy and get hits. And there's the Iron Arnie. He's pulled back, and we just lost our KV5. Rounds out. No, that's not on target, this one. Pumping out around every 22 seconds is actually very desirable. That's why the 6-inch gun does make a lot of sense sometimes if you're trying to mark it, because of course the more shots you get, the more chance you've got of getting a Confederate, and of course the more chance you've got of stunning the enemy. Not fully lined up, and the guy stops and avoids that shell. Okay, there's the enemy RT, or one of them. The M53, M55 is trying to make his way over to the west. Our T-54 is now pulling back, and we did lose one of our Shreks. We're trying to get a shot. Lead the target. Rounds out. Oh, he got him! He got him! Splashed him. Landed it right behind him just as he was driving away. And so we're now even on numbers. But there's that Saladin again, and can we get a shot into him? I think so. Rounds out. Oh, he got him dead! Now that might be a penetrating shot, because I think he did have a lot of hit points at the time. That's interesting. Okay, so now 4 kills for MCHammereD. He has been having a good game. He's actually getting very, very close, and I'm not sure that this is a wise move, but, well, he's getting as close as he can to try and force his teammates to get in there. The T-54 is about to meet the E-50. Yes, he's decided he probably needs to help that T-54 if he can. He's got company. And the E-50 is now... Oh! Yes! He tracked him and he hit him. And the T-54 just took out his fellow tank, the medium, the Progetto 46. And that's encouraged MCHammereD to move and change position to try and support that T-54 and the Shrek to take out the E-50. The E-50 is a one-shot now, or a splash kill actually. And the T-54 can see him. Now, can we get a shot over the top of that hill? Well, we don't need to because he has gone down. Now, from here, we should be able to hit the Shure MV7X up in the north. There's only 3 enemies left, and that's the 2-minute warning, so we do need to get a move on. Unfortunately, we've got the Kunstpanzer and the Shrek are actually... So one of the Shreks didn't die, actually. There's the other ones around the other side. But they're on the mouse at the moment, or cat, whichever way you want to call it. It's the area of that ramp where you can see the enemy a long way off. Now he's trying to position himself so he can get shots. Now he's looking where he might see the Shure MV7X, or is he looking elsewhere? Now he's looking elsewhere. He's trying to spot where the M40, M43, and the Kunstpanzer... Oh, they've all pulled back. There's the Shure. And he takes out the Shure for 5 kills. And he might be able to load another one. I think he can before the game ends. But it's coming down to the wire. There's only one enemy left. It's the Iron Arnie. Come on, you can do it. Line up the shot. Work out where he's going. He fires a bit prematurely there, and it lands a bit short. He can't get another round in. Yep, he was stunned. That should make it easier for our guys, but he's still a 2-shot. And the T-54 and the Shrek are moving in. Try and get hits on this guy. This is going to be difficult, but aim for the track area. Oh, we lost one of our guys. But that was a near miss on the Iron Arnie for 175. Should be a one-shot for the Shrek. We've only got 20 seconds left on this game. It's going right down to the wire. Come on, Shrek, you can do it. And we're loaded. We fire in. Oh, but it's not enough. Oh, but the Iron Arnie gets him. And that wins the game. Oh, it wasn't the Iron Arnie, it's the Shrek. Well, sorry for my confusion right at the end, but here's the results from the first game. Yes, a two-parter video. It was an ace tanker for MCHammereD in the FV3805. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 18. And he got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. I think if that shell had actually hit the Iron Arnie instead of landing at his tracks, he might have actually gone out the game, and that might have given him a top gun. But he did pick up a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And I suspect, yes, he would have probably got a Confederate even if he had actually taken out that Iron Arnie. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the he did get the highest damage in the game with 3,119 hit points, but he didn't get the high caliber because he didn't do 20% of the enemy hit pool, unfortunately. The second highest damage in the game actually went to the Shrek, not the one that was still alive, the other one. 3,046 hit points went to him. And in third place, we've got the Conqueror, who managed 2,876 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, yep, MCHammereD got that one too with 5 kills. 3 kills went to the Conqueror, the Shrek, and that was all. And in third place, the M53, M55, the Sharp Future 4, the E50, the M47 pattern. I think that's the Iron Arnie, is it? Yes, I think that, isn't that the Iron? Yes, the improved version, that is the Iron Arnie. And also to the Progetto on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one too, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,180 went to MCHammereD, 1,011 went to the Conqueror, and they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game. 977 went to the Shrek, not the one that actually got the last kill. That was the other one who actually got, that was his first kill in the game. He didn't do much damage in the game, but he did get a good base XP out of it anyway. MCHammereD fired 27 rounds in the game, a lot of ammunition expended, a huge amount, but it did yield the results that he wanted. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 26 splash, and 3,119 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters. Damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 5, and got him 2,003 hit points of stun assist of 21 stuns, and that yielded him an ace tanker. And of course, the other results gave him the top on all of the columns. On a free-to-play account, he actually made a profit of 4,411 credits from that game and 5,900 of XP as well, because he did so much damage. He got a personal mission payout as well, so very well done indeed. And he said he actually enjoyed this. When it went right down to the wire, I wondered actually if he was going to get it, because even though I know the results, I don't actually pay attention to whether it's a win, loss or draw, because I want to preserve the suspension right up until the end. But it was a good game. Yes, 5 kills in the game by Arty. Any game where Arty gets that many kills, they're basically dominating and pushing the enemy. I would say, though, don't actually be rude to your teammates through chat. If you do, then it kind of puts them off you, and they might actually report you as well. I think it's much better just not to say anything at all, or say, could you spot please, or something like that, something polite. So they can actually do what they're supposed to be doing, which is looking for the enemy for you. Anyway, that was a good first battle, a nice ace tanker. Let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on the Sand River map, and we're on the east spawn in the S-51, the Tier 7 Soviet SPG. Game on. Well, I can tell straight away that that's the BR2, the 152mm howitzer. It's capable of doing 600 alpha, penetrating 38mm of armor and 7.2 meters burst radius. The reason I can tell it straight away is actually because it's the long barrel, which makes it look like a unicorn. Of course, the S-51 based on the KV-1S tank, so it's a heavy tank hull, but it was actually never built because the howitzer was so strong that it would actually shake the chassis to pieces. Got a bit of reticule bloom there. It's a very narrow arc of fire, only 8 degrees. But he fires it in, and looks like he might have got a bit of splash there. Okay, he's going to change position because a lot of trees have been knocked over. That would give away his position. And the GW Panther is only a short distance away. So if he stays there, the enemy will certainly notice that they are there and probably try to hit them. Okay, T-43. Now he's on the reverse slope, which makes it doubly difficult to try and hit them because it's a very, very narrow aim. And that one hit the ridgeline. I think he was struggling trying to get the reticule to go on target, partially because he was on a slope and partially because it's a very difficult shot. Now, something that's rather unusual about this Arty, which is a bit of an annoyance for a lot of Arty players, I would say, is that this Arty carries 30 rounds of ammunition. Now, that's good in a sense, but it actually shows that Wargaming are very wrong to give the M12 only 20 rounds of ammunition. Because basically, they're about the same size, except the M12's got a 155mm howitzer, and this one has got a 152mm howitzer. He is picking up stun assist. That T-54 made a big mistake, and he's now out the game. So it actually paid off for him to just splash that T-54. Even though he didn't get a direct hit, he did pick up a lot of stun assist off that one shot. FV3805 dialing in, let it settle, and the target goes down before he can get the shot in. Now we've got a Brass hiding behind that rock, and although it'd be lovely to hit him, whilst he hides behind the rock, it's very difficult for us to do damage. But look at these two here. We've got a T-43 and a Pershing, and they're facing off against our tanks who went through that pass. Now, if he can stun these guys, then it'll make our guy's job easier. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit behind him. 263 hit points. It did stun him, but he used his first aid kit and he's gone down because he damaged the tracks. So it didn't matter that he knocked the stun off. We still got the damage assist for him being tracked at the time. And our teammates probably noticed that his tracks had gone down and realized they could get a quick kill. Now this enemy Pershing is pulling back. He's trying to get to that pass. That probably stunned him. We've looked away because there's more targets over on the west side of the southwest side. We're looking at an Indian Panzer at the moment. That's out in the dunes. But we've got an AMX 65-ton tank. Now, try and work out which way he's going. Line up the shot. Rounds out. Looks good. Yep, it is good. 217. He's picking up stun assist off this one. He marked the target. And his teammates are giving him stun assist. It's working. Keep that target marked. Say, hit that for me, please. Okay, he's going to fire another round in. Rounds out straight away again. Oh, he got the kill. He got a splash kill. Oh, his teammates will be happy about that. It's a gun gone, but they probably wanted to kill themselves. Now, the enemy just lost their IS that was in the riverbed. And now we've got an ST1 who's above in the dunes shooting down on them. Rounds out. Lands close enough to give him stun. Now he's got a huge amount of hit points left. Oh, and he's picking up more stun assist. Look at this. He's up to 2k of stun assist now. So this game is really paying off for MCHammereD. Okay, up on the heights we've got the Charlemagne. Now he's trying to dial it in, but this thing does take a little while to dial in. Its aim time is ridiculous. It's 5 seconds, so that's for just 1/3. If you want to be fully dialed in, it's going to take you 15 seconds. One of the enemy Arty goes down. That's what happens when Arty gets too close together. They get spotted, they get wiped out, and another tank's gone down. The Charlemagne. There's only 2 enemies left now, and they're both low. We've got the SU-101 and the Jaeger. We're going for the SU-101. He gets stunned and splashed. We did get some stun assist. We're now almost up to 3, and the target goes down, and that's a victory. Here's the end of battle results, and yet another ace tanker for MCHammereD in the S-51. This time, he got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in this game. And we don't know the win rate, but it was actually mostly done from stun assist that he actually had in that battle. He only got 672 hit points of damage. We can see that now. Go to the team scores. Well, he's way down the table on damage. There's that 672, very low indeed. The high scorer was the IS-32 on our team with 2,583. The GeForce 1006 managed 2,339, and in third place, the TS-54, 2,262. But a lot of that damage was done by tanks that were stunned by him, by MCHammereD, and therefore he benefited from that. He didn't get only 1 kill in that game, only the one. But he did, the highest number of kills was 2, and that was shared by a lot of tanks. The IS-32, the T-44, the Object 416, the U-WOT, and the T-29. Only 2 tanks on the enemy team managed to get a kill at all, and they only got 1. So he did do rather well just to get the 1 kill. But when it came to base XP, he did so much stun assist. He's the only player to get over 1,000 base. He got 1,079 MCHammereD. 943 went to the TS-54, and the T-44 managed 888. He fired 10 rounds, got 9 splashes, 672 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 1, and got 188 hit points of damage assistance. But here's the big earner on this game. 2,882 hit points of stun assist of 8 stuns, and that yielded him an ace tanker. He got a profit of 668,862 credits from that game, and he also picked up 3,238 experience points as well. So yes, it does pay to have stun assist, but it also pays to have teammates who shoot at the enemy tanks that you stun. So it helps, really helps, to pick tanks that your teammates can see and are trying to shoot, because then you will benefit from the stun assist when they take those enemies out. So another great game by MCHammereD. He didn't actually do any naughties by calling his tank player's name, but he actually said this was a great team, so he didn't need to encourage them. They actually did work hard, and they got a good result. 5 minutes, 30 seconds. So he goes from the FV3805 game, which lasted nearly 15 minutes, went down to the wire, and now he has a 5-minute game and he gets another ace tanker out of it. Who would believe? Anyway, if you enjoyed those replays, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.